Hey guys, today I am wearing my Roscoe Cross Country t-shirt and about to go over to Hamlin here in a little bit to watch Hannah run in the district competition today. But the reason I'm telling you that is because of what you can't see on the back of my shirt. The back of my shirt, their motto for this year, their theme for this year is "Alone we run together." And in cross country, you're running by yourself, and you're not. Basketball is a team competition, and yes, their times and their scores add up for a team, but they're running on their own. There's no one there to help them. There's no one there to do it for them, or it's just on their shoulders. And I really like that saying, "Alone we run together," because that is the same with our spiritual journey. We're on our own. Each one of us is on our own path with our own obstacles, and I don't know what it's like to be you. I don't know what it's like to face what you're facing, but I do know what it's like to face what I'm facing, and I know the faithfulness of God in my life, and I need to hear what God's done in your life to encourage me and build up my faith. And I was thinking about this. First of all, I was thinking about it over this weekend. I walked to Emmaus with a lot of awesome women in the Lord, but a lot of them were hurting, and a lot of them were resistant to reaching out for help. They were alone, but they weren't running together. They were alone and running alone. We've got to be the body of Christ. We've got to reach out for help. We've got to use the gifts and the talents that each one of us has to bless other people, because God designed our walk to be in community, in fellowship with one another. And if we try to do it on our own, it's going to turn out poorly. It's going to turn out badly. I know there have been times in my life when I needed to reach out for help, but I chose not to. Maybe I was afraid of what people would think of me. Maybe I was afraid that people would see weakness in me. I talked to several ladies this weekend, and they were afraid to show any weakness. They didn't want to cry. They didn't want anyone to see that they were vulnerable. And a lot of times that's because we have been hurt, we've been vulnerable, and we're trying to protect ourselves. And so we put up those walls to say, I am not going to let anyone see my weakness anymore. But that's not how God designed you to live. It's in our weakness that His power is made perfect. That's what Paul writes in Corinthians. He says that His power is perfected in our weakness, and His grace is sufficient for us. But it's His grace and not our strength. His strength, His power and strength are perfected in our weakness. So we need like Paul, we need to glory in our weaknesses. And recognize that God designed us to be a body. We are the body of Christ. The words of Paul once again in 1 Corinthians chapter 12 came to my mind as I was thinking about this. And it says, "For as the body," this is verse 12 of chapter 12, it says, "For as the body is one body and has many members, but all the members of that one body, being many, are one body, so also is Christ." So we're members, but we're still part of one body. And he goes on to say, and I won't read it all for time's sake, but he says, if the ear should say, "Because I am not an eye, I am not of the body," is it therefore not of the body? Sometimes we try to isolate ourselves and we act like we're not part of the body. But if you're a follower of Jesus, you are part of the body, and you need the other parts of the body. If you were just an ear and all you could do is hear, you couldn't walk, you couldn't grab anything, you couldn't eat, you couldn't function the way that your body needs to function if you're just simply one part of it. And God is saying that to you today. You need everyone else in your life, in the body of Christ, to function the way that He wants you to function. In verse 27, he says, "Now you are the body of Christ, and members individually." See, that's exactly what the phrase on the back of this shirt says. Alone we run together. We're individual members, but we're part of a bigger whole. Today, I just want you to remember, you're not alone. And don't try to do it alone. Don't try to run without the help of others, encouraging you, strengthening you, blessing you, and you in turn doing the same for them. We need each other. We're part of the body of Christ. Today, God is on the throne. Jesus is coming back soon, and I pray that you realize that we are running individually, our spiritual walk, but we are not alone. We are together. Have a blessed day.